This is Prince Harrison, athlete being an NPC promoter. You're here at Optimum Fitness headquarters in Dallas, Texas, and with NPC athlete
JD McKown.
Got y'all thought of that one.
Yes, you did.
So JD also goes by James D. McKown, hails from Wichita, Kansas, and he and his lovely wife, who's an IFBB figure and fitness pro, are about to compete in a show in Omaha, Nebraska. I encourage you all to check it out. It will be this time next week. The prejudging should be over. And so we'll have a lot of information based on how the prejudging goes, of course. But they both look great. And JD's show is the pro champion. Well, his wife's show is the pro figure championships. The Omaha Pro Figure Championships. Your show is the NPC Duel of Champions, and that's the first time you've competed in. Gosh, it's been what, since the Arnold in 2012?
Yeah, March 1st, 2012, the Arnold Classic. So took a little break. So my wife and I had a baby, and just life, you know.
Right.
So I had some things we had to take care of, but we were always in the knowing that we were going to get back into it, and decided to do the show together. It would be a good comeback for us. Her first pro show, and this will be actually my first national qualifier. I qualified and did the Arnold, but this will be my first national qualifier. So I plan on qualifying here and taking it to the next level next year.
Well, great. Well, we just went through the mandatory poses, and you're looking great. I know you've brought your legs up. Your legs were always strong, but they're even stronger now.
Mm-hmm.
Better sweep on the quads and also on the inner quads. The teardrop really is coming out a lot. And your chest has gotten more massive, as well as your triceps and biceps. So I think you're bringing a much better package to the stage. And our plans are to bring you in both fuller and harder.
Yeah, correct. And, you know, every show I do, I've tweaked and tried different things, and you never know what you're really going to get, but I think we've really done well with keeping the mass. And, you know, I am holding a little bit of water in the midsection, but we've always done a real good job about dropping the sodium and water and drying up the last week. So I expect this to be my best package.
Right, exactly. And I'll tell you, for those of you that don't know, that are new to the sport, the last week is probably, assuming you've done your homework, is the most critical part of the dieting. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, by far, definitely. And it's definitely the hardest mentally, you know, to get yourself to be that strict on. It's just amazing how much sodium's in everything you eat and drink, and so when you deplete your body of sodium, it's tough. So that's really, you know, it takes a true champion with your mind to go through that last week, but the payoff's great.
Well, that's great. Well, I know that we use a variety of different supplements, but you, an Optimum Fitness sponsored athlete, and you use, I think, most of the products that we manufacture. How do you feel about those?
I use all the products. I absolutely love of course right now I can't have it, but the meal replacement protein shake. Tastes great. All three flavors: chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, have really good taste. And right now I'm hitting the L-carnitine real hard and L-arginine, and just the vitamins. I can't play around with anything that has too high of carbs, but you know, I've backed off the creatine and glutamine because I retain water. But all year long for the last year and a half on the off season, I've been using the products, and they're great.
Oh, great.
I appreciate what you do for me. So.
Well, I'll tell you, as one of the things mentioning that, once you complete this show, which like I said is a week away today, what in particular you'd like to eat after the show? That's always a fascination to me, is what do athletes want after the show?
This year is different. Usually it's sweets that I'm craving, and I'm not really a French fry guy, but we have this place back in Kansas called Spangles, and my wife and I are just dying for a cheeseburger and fry, and some pop.
Oh, okay.
I don't drink pop either, but I don't know, just a hamburger, fry, and a pop, and I'm good, man. That's what I'm craving. So what's funny is I used that as fuel that last week, to push me through, those hard 7 days as a reward, and just say, hey, get through this, do it, and then that hamburger is going to taste so much better when I put it right next when I eat it, looking at my first place trophy. So.
Oh, that's a great attitude, and that brings us to the long range plans, and that is obviously what happens next weekend is going to influence what you do in the future.
Yeah.
So, and this will be Linda McKown's debut as a pro. She won't come up here on stage with us, but I see her over there having a hot dog. No. Just playing with her iPhone.
I'm really proud of her. She's, we decided to have a child together after we got married. And Brianna, our baby girl, she's about 9.5 months now. And, to see the transformation of my wife from being pregnant and having a baby to looking like a pro again is just phenomenal. I mean, it just proves that she's pro caliber. And this will be her first pro show, but I mean, she's always looked like a pro, even on her first show.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be really fun to watch her being compared.
Well, one of the things that we definitely want to mention is that your other daughter has been honored by being on Toddlers and Tiara, and she's been filmed on there, and she's about to have her debut, as well as her daddy and her mommy are going to be on there. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, my 4-year-old going on 5, Brooke, she picked up watching pageants as a child, and it's kind of like bodybuilding in a way. You get to go on stage and do a routine, and she's watched Linda compete in all of her shows, and watched Linda put on her outfits and suits and stuff doing fitness, and she kind of became a fan of Toddler and Tiaras because it's so similar. And we all kind of as a family got to where we'd start watching these shows because there's a lot of drama behind them, and then they're fun to watch. And then before you know it, here we are competing in pageants, and what do you know, my little shy 4-year-old ended up being just a beast on stage. I mean, she just enjoys it. She just goes out and nails it and just becomes this great stage presence and everything, and was winning all the Grand Supreme and Mega Supreme titles. And so another competitor friend of mine, Todd Bailey, who owns Bailey Pageants, puts on pageants down south in Texas and Louisiana all the time, and Toddler and Tiara filmed some of them. And so he asked me to apply and fill out an application to be featured into a Toddler and Tiara episode, and we got kind of excited and didn't really know what to expect, and so we did this really long application where we had to turn in film and all this different stuff, and they elected us as a featured contestant. So Brooke and Linda and myself and my son and my other daughter will all be featured in this show. They filmed us all for 3 days. And at the pageant, of course, and Brooke did really well. So that airs June 5th on TLC at 8 o'clock Central. So we're really excited to watch that and definitely check it out. And there's going to be a lot of drama in it too, so people like that.
Well, I'll tell you, I have seen the previews of that. It looks great, and I encourage everyone to check it out. You can also go to Linda McKown or J.D. McKown's Facebook page, and there'll be information on a link on there where you can find out how to, where that channel is playing in your area. And she is a very talented young lady. And I'm very hesitant to use this word because I think it's overused in there, but she's definitely, I think, a child phenom. She's really amazing. But with that in mind, let's wrap this up. One of the things is that I do want to give a shout out, just like you've done, but also give a shout out to Todd Bailey. Great guy. Also,
class act.
One of our clients, class act. He supported Optical Fitness for many years, and now by competing in our shows, and now he's a client. But we'll look forward to following you next weekend and keeping track of how you and Linda do. We wish you the best. And is there anything you want to say in closing?
Well, I just definitely want to give a shout out to my friend and sponsor here, Prince Harrison and Optimum Fitness. Also like to thank Dobbs Chiropractic, and just all my friends and family and people who, you know, pushed me through this and put up with my attitude in the last 8 weeks dieting, especially my wife. So, you know, this show, you know, represents a lot for me, and I appreciate everyone's support.
Oh, great. We'll look forward to seeing you on stage.
Thanks, Prince.
Thank you.
Your Central Texas Showdown overall champion in bodybuilding, Mr. James